Hi, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Ashley Sage. It's February, and we're going to get into the astrology with beautiful Lynn. Everybody say hi.
Hello,
And
Ashley.
did we survive January? The 84 years that it felt like?
Exactly. I just heard that from someone else today. Yes, I think we absolutely did.
Yeah.
I wanted to just briefly talk about what Capricorn season actually initiates, because it's a
Oh,
cardinal season. It's the opening of this part of the season, this quarter. Okay, so this is where Aries is. This is Cancer. This is the Tropic of Cancer. This is the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, this is a scalar wave.
mm-hmm.
A scalar wave does not initiate at its lowest amplitude. So this is also the clock. So this is sunrise. This is midday. This
Mm-hmm.
is sunset, and this is midnight.
Yeah.
This is not when we wake up. This
No.
is not when we start our day. This is not when we eat breakfast. None of that, right? We're dreaming. We're dreaming. Yes, exactly. And when you look up the structure of a scalar wave, this is actually called the trough, like a manger, like where the
Oh,
sun
okay.
was reborn, right? So this is also because this is when the sun was reborn. This is the postpartum period. We
Mm,
typically we know women they usually carry for 9 to 10 months.
yeah.
So this is the 9 months that we're active, and then we come to this point. The birth happens, and we rest and we recover. So right now, the sun is about to go into the first day of February, and the first day of February is a cross quarter day, and it is the biggest witches holiday in the entire world in all of history. So
In bulk.
yes, yeah, but most importantly, the 1st of February, because it's right in the middle of Aquarius season. So it's right opposite of where the sun is in exaltation. And in a way, it's another like death and rebirth of the sun.
Yeah.
But most witches all over the world are taking advantage of February 1st. And this February 1st, we have a full moon in Leo. So the other thing I wanted to point out though was like most of us have had an experience of going to the ocean or know what the structure of a wave does. When it crashes, this is where the undertow takes
Yeah.
place. This is really kind of scary to get caught up in. Or if you plant your feet in the sand, you'll notice the sand and the waves, it looks like it's eroding and it's
Yeah.
sticking your feet in the sand. You're stuck, you're fixed, right? That's where we are right now. We're in an undertow. There's no point in doing anything or resisting right now because
Yeah.
you're just resisting the undertow of like the scalar wave that the sun makes every year. So even if you're in the lower latitudes, you're kind of experiencing like a Leo season, and it may be more active for people that are experiencing that part of the sunshine, but still it's the pause, it's the dream. We're turning into like the center part of our wave. We're turning into our center, which is our heart. That's why we have Leo on the opposite side of Aquarius. And that's why Aquarius is known as like the rebellious one, because it's pushing against that forward motion,
Mm-hmm.
trying to turn itself. Then we get into Pisces season, and that's where we get the idea of the fishes moving like this, because it's about the spin that propels us forward to get us ready to take the first step into Aries season. So at no point in the next 2 months is it time to initiate and like break out and do something really powerful and new. We're in the dream. We're in the
Yeah.
dream. And then
Yeah.
Neptune just moved into Aries this last Monday. And so that's the trance. We're initiating like a new trance, a new vision, a new way to imagine our future. But it's not necessarily the time to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of this month is following that theme. I just want everybody to remember. Also, the sun is in detriment. So our conscious awareness is a little foggy. It's also, being tumbled in that wave,
Mm-hmm.
and and we're having the Lunar New Year that starts the day that we have Saturn and Neptune conjunct in Aries. So,
Yep. Is that where what day does Saturn go direct? Isn't that close around the same day? Or
yes.
well, it's not direct into Aries. Isn't it like
Yes.
around the same day?
Yes. Day before the day before Valentine's Day.
Oh my God.
It's on Friday the 13th, Ashley.
Oh, okay. This Aries just got a little excited. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be fiery. It's gonna be toasty. It's gonna be fun and exciting for a little bit of the Aquarius and the Pisces season, I guess. So we'll see.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Yes.
All right. A little excited.
Yes.
Love
Yeah.
it.
This is the biggest month other than when we get into Leo season, when we get into July and August of this summer. I mean, this whole year is just on fire, but this is one of the biggest combinations of changes that we're going to experience all year long. So just remember though that remember that wave, and remember like the foam that comes off of the wave.
Mm-hmm.
Remember like this is really a time of cause and effect. They're playing with cause and effect. So they're giving us a lot of things that appear like
Scary.
This is a cause. Right. And if you are looking outward, if you're projecting outward into the world, you're not doing the Aquarius thing. The Aquarius thing is like rebellious, individualistic, not homogenous with the rest of people, thinks its own thing, paves its own path, and is very cerebral and intellectual. And so if you are paying attention to what they're putting out there, we know who they are, your water instantly reacts to that. Yeah. Just by paying attention to the outside world, the water in your body will respond to that, and your emotions. So, and it all turns back into the center of the wave. It all gets back to the middle. So be really super, super picky about what you give your attention to. And by all means, the most you can, take time for self-care, for introspection, introversion, reflection. We're going to talk about this too. Mercury is going to move into Pisces. It's a really good time for automatic writing. It's a really good time for manifesting through writing and allowing your aura to open up to more psychic awareness. Especially this time of year, especially with, and Saturn will still be there at the end of Pisces, formalizing a lot of that. So, yeah. So from the wave to the calendar, which this, when we put this on top of this, makes a circle, and it means, it's circular, which is where we get the word for calendar. It means cylinder, and it's following the path of the sun. So February, again, just remember, we're in this portion, we're in a rest and recuperation period. I don't know if you've ever done any workouts or yoga or anything that is rest and recuperation, or yin yoga, but it's way different. It's more focused in the breath, getting out of thought, or allowing thought to come in and yes, yeah. So with everything going on, just want everybody to know that, like, trust your heart, And Aquarius season is also igniting, because we have Pluto there and we have all the personal planets there. It's igniting, it's setting off a lot of themes with the age of Aquarius, and AI, as we keep seeing. And I just want to encourage everybody to be human, make mistakes, be okay with like putting your mistakes out there. Let people know that you are real, that you are not AI. Even if you have spelling mistakes and things that you post online.
Right. So like, beautifully human, right? Just means you're real. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Love it.
So with that said, unless you want to add anything.
No, that was beautiful.
Okay. So Yes, we start off the month on the 1st, which is a Sunday,
Okay.
a Sunday. We have all the personal planets still in Aquarius with the sun, and then we have the moon across the way in Leo. And this is also the most powerful, witchy day of the year. So this is the sun is in detriment. It's not its happiest as far as like the full moon, but this is a culmination of this season, and it is a tremendous release point, because it's almost foreshadowing that we're going to have the nodes shift this year
Ooh,
out of
yes.
North Node Pisces, South Node Virgo. We're moving into North Node Aquarius, South Node Leo. So we're going to have a solar eclipse, and that is indicative of something with leadership, someone on the world stage going away, but a return of sovereignty in a way. That's how I am seeing it. That
Love it.
the empirical stage is going to change more to the authentic sovereignty that we were naturally, endowed with. We're going to be more connected with that. This is also the month that we have our first lunar eclipse, it's a solar eclipse with the new moon that takes place in Aquarius. So this is also a little foreshadowing of that. And because the sun is in detriment in this full moon, it does, I don't know, there's also something with leadership, change of leadership, eclipsing of a type of rulership, or the end, in a way, of leadership as we've known it. Because this full moon is being trined by Neptune now in Aries. Ooh. So the spiritual aspect is going to come into leadership. The female aspect also, because Neptune rules Pisces, and Pisces is a female receptive sign. To me, I think there's going to be something with women, or a special woman of some sort, that is going to bring people together, just like not leading from the top down, but leading from the center, going back to the center where we all can agree upon, not like something up there. Right. Yeah.
Love it. Okay.
Yes. Like more matriarchy, which the matriarchy is supportive of the patriarchy. Like they exist together. It's when we get into the patriarchy that the matriarchy actually goes away. So just bringing back the matriarchal structure brings balance right away, because it's not competing. It's holding space for all polarities at once.
Love it.
Me too. Okay, so anything to add to the full moon? Any reflections or anything?
No, for astrology wise, of course, it's a perfect time to manifest, right? Full moons, this one, because of the intense power. So if we're wanting to do a little bit of a ritual, I would definitely do like a little something that's in for you. This doesn't need to be big grand scale stuff. It's like, what do I want? Especially because it's a Leo full moon. So Leo's, because it's a fire sign, it's a little selfish. So you pull in that energy, like, oof, this is what I want my life to be, right? So enjoy that like big full moon, the spiritual time, the astrology. Yeah. That's it.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well said. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so right after this full moon, the ruler of Aquarius, the modern day ruler of Aquarius, Uranus in Taurus, is going to move out of retrograde. Yeah, and this kind of harkens back to 2018 when Uranus moved into Taurus. This started, as we talked about last summer, this started the Uranus opposition for all the folks that were born with Uranus and Scorpio. And this brings back topics with money, with value of money, things with the body, and activations with the body. breaking out of the mold of how we have cared for the body and how we have used different modalities for healing. Because Uranus is the lightning that overrides matter and time that Saturn rules. Uranus can get around that easily and bring with lightning speed like this rebellious awakening of wisdom. So that is exciting. Just after that full moon, we get Uranus out of retrograde, starting to move back into Gemini, and it's right around that Algol fixed star again. So it's a good thing it's moving forward. We wanted to get out of that really active space with Algol. It's very active, kind of tricky. Okay, then we get into Thursday, the 5th of February. We have Mercury square Uranus, and Mercury is in Uranus's zone, and Mercury at this point will be at the anaretic or the last degree of Aquarius. So it's sponged up all of that water bearer pensive energy, and it's going to square right before it leaves. It's like, okay, are we going to make something of this? Is it me or is it you? Who's going to win here? And typically it's going to be a Uranian energy when it's his sign, so so that should be an interesting day. And then Mercury will move into Pisces on Friday the 6th. And this will bring an increase in psychic abilities, in intuition. Mercury is going to station retrograde in Pisces. So Mercury is actually going to be in Pisces until the 13th of April.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it's going to be in retrograde the whole time?
It will station retrograde on the 25th of February.
Okay.
And then move. It'll be in Pisces the whole time. So it's not going to move back into Aquarius. It's not going to dip its toes into Aries yet.
Exciting.
Yes. Yeah. And Mercury is such a cool planet in Pisces because, it kind of like trumps all of our other communicative faculties. It brings us back to wholeness and, unites our inner, our outer. It's very creative because it's water and it's the end sign. Mercury is kind of cleaning up where Saturn's been the last 3 years. Neptune's been the last 12 years. Now Mercury is bringing our conscious awareness and our ability to communicate these things into our field to be like, okay, really, what do you want to create with this? How are you going to release this? This all has come to fruition in a way. Now, where are you going to let it live in the world? Because it can't live in your body anymore, and it can't live in your heart or your head. But if you look up people that have Pisces or Mercury in Pisces, they're very prophetic, just really out of the box thinkers. And considering we're in the last part, we're moving into Pisces season, we're moving into the last culmination of this time. I just think it's cool. Mercury's coming in and going to go retrograde. It's going to have a little kiss with Venus. So we'll talk about that.
Okay.
But that's just the first week. Full moon, Uranus moves out of retrograde. Mercury square Uranus, and then Mercury moves into Pisces. So
bam.
Yes, it's a big one. Preparing us for then setting the stage for the next week starts off with Sunday the 8th. We have Venus now squaring Uranus. So Venus is moved to the very end of Aquarius and is squaring Uranus. I just noted this. I thought this was interesting. I was doing a lot of correspondence with the tarot and astrology, which is more of Ashley's wheelhouse for sure. But I just thought it was interesting that Mercury in Aquarius is the science card in the Thoth deck.
Yes.
So very scientific, and the card is just like, it's so interesting to look at.
Yeah, the Thoth deck is like so geometric, and it's so like mathematically put together, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
A lot of intense vibe. Yeah.
Yeah. So, just talking about Venus and squaring off with Uranus, um, I think it could uh, bring about something in terms of like finding a new love, a new way to understand medicine, science, physics, geometry, all
Ooh.
of that in the Aquarian way. It's prophesized in the Bible that when we come into the age of Aquarius, like direct knowledge will return to the people. And so to me, this is an activation on the 8th with Venus, because Venus rules where Uranus is moving now, moving forward, and Uranus rules where Venus is
Mhm,
moving out of. So
mhm.
they have mutual reception. Um, they're squaring, so it's making something. It's not a you or me kind of energy. They're going to make something of this.
Yep,
Uh, and
amazing.
this is because of the mutual reception. This is kind of a like once in a lifetime opportunity. People that have a strong Venus in their chart. I mean, it doesn't. Everybody has this in their chart, um, but this might bring up an opportunity where you're like, everybody says I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to be rebellious and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go and I'm going to do my dream, like because it's Venus. It's something you love, 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 and it's at that um, last degree of Aquarius, the like um,
The charged up, super intense. Yeah.
and sagey, but very, very wise, wise to the scientific mind. Uh, and Uranus again is the rebellious one, so it could make something could happen that could separate you from personal feelings, where you are like, I don't care what you think. I would have cared, family, friends, whatever, but I'm like Uranus. That Uranian energy is about the individual, so
Mhm.
uh, that's going to be a really really neat day. Really highlight that in your calendar, in your phone, whatever.
Set a
Uh,
reminder.
yes, yes, especially because there's going to be things going on in the world stage, and you want to really take that. It has to do with the personal planet and a transpersonal planet, and they're making contact in mutual reception. So
Yeah.
we don't always get to ground in energy from Uranus, and this is a really good one. So yeah, we start off the week with that energy, and then
Hey.
yeah. Then Venus is going to take a little extra time, and on Tuesday she will move into Pisces, and Venus is exalted in Pisces. It is a loving, compassionate, connective, creative, expressive, just divine love energy. So now we have Mercury moving into Pisces, then we have our emotional body, Venus, ushering herself and all of our juju, our feelings after that activation on Sunday.
Okay.
Because Pisces is exalted in Venus is exalted in Pisces, it can make one really irresistible to the point that if you have Pisces strong in your chart, people will project their greatest dreams on you and like just like they're just
Ooh.
they see their you heard about the alabaster jar? Have you heard about the alabaster? Like the alabaster represents like this blank canvas, kind of an ivory canvas for people to. It's like the moon, sort of like Pisces is the moon card. It's where we project our dreams and our
Mhm.
angst and things like that. So it's really taking us into that Neptunian world in a special way. And now Neptune is out of Pisces, so we have Venus exalted, Mercury is there, the sun is going to follow. But before that happens, we get to Friday the 13th when Saturn moves into Aries.
That's for everybody. This is an everybody celebration moment. I don't care if you celebrate Friday the 13th. I do. It's actually a good number. Friday is a great day. It's a great day to do a lot of really good things. It should charge you up. And then Saturn going into Aries is like not even just a cherry on top. This is like making the full meal,
Yes,
right? It's like they took all the ingredients and it's like, and this is going to feel good for everybody.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, it
Well,
is.
I'm sure there's people that might not like it. I'm sure the Saturn and Aries people are gonna have a little bit of a punch, but
Yeah,
it's not even that bad. Yeah.
no, it's not. We already went through it last summer, right? We got a taste.
Yeah.
We got the dress rehearsal, and then everybody was like, "Oh shoot, close the curtain. We're not ready yet." So we're not new to this. Frankly, I feel like last year was more, or this last year, 2025, has been the emotional predecessor to bring us to this point. And it's the birthing point of the zodiac. So it's like when a baby emerges from the womb, typically they're crying. They're like, oh, I just remembered that I forgot everything. And who am I? And I'm separate and I'm cold and I'm hungry. Like there might be a moment of feeling like that, but that's part of the initiation is not necessarily like a blessing.
Yeah.
It's an activation. And hopefully if you used the time that Neptune and Saturn were in Pisces, you have a spiritual practice that will support you in this time. And if you don't, you're going to get baptized by fire and you're going to figure it out.
Well, you waited too long. Here you go. Quick. Yeah. You got to figure it out. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. I do too. I'm looking forward to it. This, I'll talk about it some more when we get into the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, which is impending. But I was looking into the fall of Rome because it apparently happened in 476, and the Visigoths sacked Rome, and Rome dissolved. Right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it didn't. Rome broke up into pieces.
Spread out.
They knew what they were doing, and they introduced religion and politics and holidays and the calendar. They are responsible for the calendar. They're actually the ones that are responsible for holidayzing or I don't know what's the word, like formalizing the celebration of birthday.
Mm-hmm.
The birthday was not celebrated. It was the day of the week that you were born. You celebrated that day in that season with your family and gave props to the saint that watched over that day. So it was never a celebration of the self. It was a celebration of the mother and the family. And so every time you got together to celebrate a birthday, it was a familial celebration. The Romans made it a singular thing by making Jesus Christ born into a man on Christmas, which, again, remember, born in a manger. This is the trough. This is the trough where the son is born. It's just like, so. Then I look back at the astrology. It's flip-flopped to where we are now, Ashley, where the nodes were in, the north node was in Virgo, south node in Pisces. So they locked up all this mystery around religion into the sign of Pisces. Yeah. And they locked all the ritual around the Virgin and taking away the sacred feminine. They made it into a religion instead of making it into a process. So I just think it's interesting. I personally think we are living through the fall of Rome. I think it's happening right now. Saturn is moving into at the time that Rome fell, Saturn and Neptune were moving in a conjunction into Libra, and Saturn is exalted in Libra. So that right there was like, no, Rome did not fall. Not with, because Saturn was their alma mater, and they wouldn't have fallen if Saturn was moving into its exaltation. Now Saturn is moving into not just its detriment in Aries, but disillusion in combination with Neptune. And then for the next 30 some odd years, or 15 years, it's going to be in the part of the scalar wave that is light. Saturn rules this part. The death. And Saturn's going to be moving through here.
into
just getting bombarded and alchemized, transformed. So to me, the Saturn in Aries is the beginning. And I love that it happened on the 13th, because that's when the Knights Templar was sacked. And, you know, the whole 13 was whatever they did to it.
yeah.
Yeah. So really cool.
They're trying to do it numbers. Not anymore.
Not anymore. And interestingly enough, the day before Saturn moves into Aries is Abraham Lincoln's birthday.
Oh, hilarious.
So that's the second week of February. That's just the second week. Third week gets really spicy.
Let's go.
Okay. So we start out with Sunday. Sun is going to square Uranus. Sun is at the anaretic degree of Aquarius now, squaring the ruler Uranus. This is we will not continue anymore like this. This is a personal change. This is a conscious change. This is a transpersonal. So this is societies, cultures, something big. When you have the sun in detriment in Aquarius, squaring its ruler, and the sun also has a special place in Taurus. It's kind of like the Cancer Leo relationship, where it's exalted in both places and it rules. So the fact that the sun's in detriment and squared by Uranus, the creator of all of the planets and all of Earth and all things, this is just like, no, done. We're done. No, it's not happening anymore. Yeah.
That's gonna be exciting.
It's huge. And
let's also, okay, I'm really excited, and we both get really excited, but I want to put a stipulation. Just because we're excited doesn't mean it's going to be peaceful.
Yes. Yeah. True.
Right? I get really excited and I look really excited. Doesn't mean it's going to be pleasant. It means it's going to be fiery and intense and like it's going to change, probably aggressively, but it's a movement day, which is really good for all of us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got too excited there, and I was like, wait. I think we're too excited, and everybody's going to think we're just excited because it's going to be really nice. It's going to be great. It's not going to be nice.
Yes. Yeah. It's going to be huge, but
huge.
Yeah. Yes. And remember, chaos is what brings creation. Everything starts from chaos. So
everything, yeah.
Going back, that's kind of where like Pisces is. It's like all the chaos ends up there in the lymphatic system, metaphorically, and we birth out of that. So it's just going into the milieu that we all are emerging out of. But yeah, that's a big day. That is, and it's happening on a Sunday. Sun square Uranus on a Sunday.
Nice.
Right after Saturn. Oh, that's the other thing, because Saturn is the classical ruler for Aquarius. Saturn now is in detriment and able to make contact with Aquarius, where it's being like broken down. So that's another like indication of the top-down structures. No more. You gotta go.
Nice.
Yes. Okay. The next day, Monday the 16th, we have Mercury trine Jupiter. Mercury in Pisces, trined by Jupiter, which rules Pisces, and Jupiter is retrograde in Cancer. So it's really pumping that flow. This is like such a good time for Pisces. Is known like as libraries, like where Gemini is like books, like singular books. Pisces is like books stacked up right next to each other, like big stacks and big shelves, and
every
like
topic, all of it.
Yes.
Everywhere. Yeah.
Yes. So when we have this flow with the Pisces energy and Mercury there, it's really good for research, like really getting into topics. You will find a flow in that. You'll get hits, you'll get downloads, just whatever's lighting you up. Really feel free to follow that. And write about it, think about it, meditate about it. It's also a really great energy for money and just flow and creativity.
Okay.
Creativity is currency. That's the greatest currency we have. So really play with that energy. Then the next day, the 17th, Tuesday the 17th, we have, oh, I'm sorry. I was noting that Mercury square Jupiter is roughly kind of squared still a little bit by Uranus. And then, okay, yeah. So then the 17th, this is so big. This is the Aquarius new moon,
Yes.
which is also like the, it's the
Lunar New Year.
Yep. It's Ramadan, the beginning of Ramadan. Mardi Gras begins.
Oh.
And this is not just a new moon. This is a solar eclipse new moon. So this is what we were talking about with like a leader. Somebody. Yep. It's like I don't know what to say after that. And that and this is
that's gonna have to be a let's see what happens kind of day, because there's so much energy, especially with the eclipse in there. It'll just amplify everything.
Yeah. Big time.
Ooh, and that's a couple days before and a couple days after. So that's gonna be an intense. Well, let's see what happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And it ties in with that activation on Sunday, because it's still roughly squared by Uranus, or activated. And Uranus is like fickle flash, just like, ooh, unexpected. Whoa. And again, Sun in detriment, covered by the moon. So it's the end and the beginning of new leadership, a new way of leadership, a new meaning behind sovereignty, and royalty. Yeah, I want to say more, but like
it depends on how everything, because I like to call eclipses chaos energy. Like kind of like a full moon, just not as soft. And full moon people are usually like, oh my god, it's crazy, it's full moon. Yeah, of course. But the full moon is softer than the eclipses, whether it's like a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse. Eclipse is usually chaos. They spin everything. It's like, have you done your work? Yeah, over the winter we're not supposed to. Like it's not easy to get a lot of work done, but you can get a lot done in silence. Like you were saying, if you didn't have a spiritual practice, if you're not taking care of your body, if you aren't doing something with rhythm or routine to a certain degree, just to keep yourself in like a stasis, that chaos energy is gonna. You're gonna get stuck in it.
Yeah.
Right? So that's gonna be an intense week. I like this. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And the other thing that we prepared for with our cards is we are moving out of the year of the snake and moving into the year of the fire dragon, or the fire horse. Sorry.
It's okay.
And I asked Ashley what cards she was feeling, and I love the magus, the magician. I feel like this is the energy of the year.
Right.
Love the star for Aquarius.
Oh, it's so shiny.
So shiny. Love that gold. It's so pretty. It looks silver too. Like it in certain places, it reflects silver. That's so pretty.
Right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Love it.
So what does this card feel like to you? What does the magus and the magician engender to you? Yeah.
Just in general. Okay, so for me, the magician is like, this is like, if you haven't started anything, now is the time. It's a starting card. This is the one. Okay, so we got to start something. We have to get it fired up. We have to get it going, and this is all it's a little bit of like fake it till you make it. So if you're not quite sure what you're starting, try a little bit of everything. So in the card, I don't know if we can see it in mine. Yeah, you can. He's got all 4 elements. He's got the sword, he's got the cup, he's got the coin, he's got the wand, right? He's got all of it in there. So with all 4 elements sitting in that card, it's like you got to pick one. And if you don't know which one to pick, doesn't matter. Try it. That's what it is. But it's a go card. This isn't an ending card. This isn't a sleeping card. It's not the hermit. It's not taking time out. This is like, let's go. Time is now. Right? If you miss this boat, you're hooped.
Yes.
Right? There won't be another boat for another couple of years. So it's like time is now. Yeah.
I love that you said the choosing too. That's so Aries. It's not always about like the work. It's about making the choice. It's about like moving out of apathy and like being like, well, I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to create something. So, and the other card we talked about was the Fool card, the Fool card and the Emperor. But I think at this point, the Fool card is
They're
more.
all beginning though. This is 0. This is 1, 2, and 3, 4, 4. Right?
Right. Yeah.
So they're all in the same, but they all have the same kind of energy. Just it kind of put together differently. Right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We were talking about how like a joker or a fool or a jester was one of the only people, like commoners, that could get an audience with the hierarchy, whoever that was, even a pope. If they could get an audience, they could deliver truth through humor, and oftentimes they did. So remember that too, that like this is not, Saturn's in dissolution now, okay? This is not about the work. The way that we combat war and work and all the hard matters is to play, is to invent. And we measure intelligence in all the animals by how they can play, how much they play, how they can imitate sounds, how they can change their course, make a decision, learn from mistakes, be like, oh, I'm going to, change that. So just remember that in these times.
Yeah, and you can change, right? We can figure it out, right? You don't like holding the wand, pick up the sword, right?
Right.
That's what it is, right? So the magician is very much like that. You don't like going to the gym, try Pilates. You don't like Pilates, try yoga. You don't like yoga, try kickboxing. It's that you got to figure it out. It's not like, oh, this one thing didn't work, I'm going to sit on the couch. No, you got to find something. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And for every, right? Especially going into the year of the horse with the Lunar New Year. The year of the horse is if you don't take care of business, the business is going to burn. Whatever that is. Finances, health, relationships, take care of it, get it sorted, or it's gone. Yeah. So that's gonna I love this week is gonna, or that last week of February. Last week, third week. Third week of February is gonna be intense.
Yes.
All that energy coming in. Yes.
Yes. And with Mercury being in Pisces, even just deciding like I'm going to write it down, because writing it down is a declaration in and of itself. You don't even have to figure out the how, but just like, I want this. Like, this is on my list. Yep. I'm doing that with my children now. They keep bringing up trips and things they want to do and experiences they want to have. I'm like, oh, remember to write it down. And that gets them so excited. Yeah, me too.
It's on the list. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. And then go read your list. So you get that juju, that feeling of like what it's going to feel like. Because that's how we manifest, not from here. It's here, grounding that in. So, yeah, 17th, whew, big day, big activation, huge. Okay. Huge. Yeah. Okay. Then the next day, the sun moves into Pisces. So now we're under Jupiter's rulership. We're back into Jupiter land. The last 2 months we've been in Saturn's world. Saturn's been at the end of Pisces, very, very strong and very hard, very difficult, very emotional, and also mercurial and like seeping in and out of like situations and time and just health, the body. Like it's very elusive in Pisces. And now the sun is in Pisces. There's no Saturn to contend with. There's no Saturn conjunction or Neptune conjunction. This is the first Pisces season that we've had also with Jupiter in exaltation. And it's retrograde. So it really pumps up the volume with that flow. And we're now in the last sign of the zodiac. The theme for now is purge. If you're not going to create with it, get it out.
Yep.
So, and it's really easy to write stuff down. Like even just writing down, I wanted like things you're getting rid of. You know, it's very intentional to write anything down, to use that gift that we have of putting pen to paper with intention. Okay, and then 2 days later, the 20th of February, Saturn and Neptune will conjunct at 0 of Aries.
Ooh.
So big.
Very Aries vibe at 0 too. The beginning and a 0. Yes. Or
yes.
also.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. The last time that this happened in our lifetime was 1989 with the fall of the Berlin Wall.
Right.
So this brings up topics of mission and duty. It's Mars ruled. Mars is still in Aquarius and still kind of answering to Uranus, because Uranus is stronger than now Saturn in Aries. Saturn's really gonna start losing momentum with matter and time. So like I said, the fall of Rome. Fall of Rome vibes.
Something will happen, something big.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Toadie's here to affirm that.
To double it, right? Yeah. He always has to make an appearance, right?
Yep. He does.
He does.
What an auspicious time that he picked.
Right?
Conjunction. Yeah. For his mama, the Aries. Like,
right?
Oh,
all that Aries vibe coming in, breaking up something. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We may see Miss Ashley be elected to some thing, like she's the tarot reader for the new matriarch, or I don't know. But this is big. This is big for Aries. It is. Like you're going to be a pioneer of sorts.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as Aries are following the, a steady path, it could be really well. If you're not following a good path and you're being too selfish, that could definitely backfire for an Aries for sure. But it can backfire for anybody, right? So
yes,
so
true.
Fun to see. I'm excited for it. Yeah.
I am too. And the ruler of Aries, Mars, is still in Aquarius, and it's making a mutual reception with Saturn. They have, because we have fire and air, they're able to talk to each other. They have access to each other. So there is a flow there. And Mars, I just think it's so like poetic that we're moving into the age of Aquarius. We're moving out of Aquarius season. And now Saturn is under the auspices of Mars in Aquarius when it first moves in. It's like its first taste of Aries is Aquarian. I just think that's like chef's kiss. Like astrology is amazing. I just
love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yes, me too. I wrote down with the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, just think of like how water erodes, but also provides a coastline. It makes a coastline. It's eroding the coastline, but it's also like as it's eroding it, it
creates that. Yeah.
Yep. So
water isn't constantly eroding. There's a balance.
Right.
It can have the balance, or it can destroy or be very peaceful.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Beautiful.
Yep.
Anything to add for that week?
No, just strap on your boots.
Okay. And pull them up tight.
Yeah, make sure they're on tight because you're gonna need them for a while. Yeah.
Okay, so the next week, Sunday the 22nd, we start off with another Venus will then trine Jupiter So Venus is exalted in Pisces, Jupiter rules Pisces. They have access to each other because Jupiter is in water in Cancer. This is hubba hubba, just miraculous, fulfilling. Even though Jupiter is retrograde, it's really good manifestation. It's after this activation that we have with Saturn and Neptune, it's like Venus is like, oh my gosh, the resistance is gone. The container, the like thing that was pushing against that flow is gone. And she can just like expand and be the beautiful Aphrodite love that she is. It's kind of like putting a compassionate balm over everything. But it's also very emotional. It's very, very emotional, which we need. We need that to move this energy through, right? Because underneath all the big emotions, there's always, like, whether it's rage or anger or guilt or shame, there's always an undercurrent of sadness and grief. And so as we're moving through Pisces season with these changes, it's a really good time of purging. And as this is happening, Mercury is starting to slow down. He's reached his pinnacle of arc away from the sun. So the 24th, I bring up Mercury because we have our first quarter moon in Gemini, ruled by Mercury. Mercury will be slowing down in Pisces. This can, because it's the last quarter moon, it's squaring the sun in Pisces, and we have now Mercury there and Venus. So this could be very mind versus heart, mind versus matter, just competitive, just a real vivid squaring off energy. So just know that after all this flow, we kind of come into like that squaring energy. And in human design, the sun enters a gate that is really about community, about connectivity and community. So I love that we have the two personal planets of Mercury and Venus in the sign of compassion and community and connectivity. Right before we move into Mercury stationing retrograde on Wednesday, the 25th. Mm-hmm. And then Mercury will stay in Pisces the whole time. It'll have a little kiss off with Venus a couple days later, but it's going to stay in Pisces until the 20th of March. So this would not be the best time to make plans. If you've made plans before this point, should be good to go. This is going to be a messy one for making plans and traveling, and so just keep that in mind. And it stations retrograde like kind of right in the middle of the night. So Wednesday is going to be a little funky. We have that moon answering to like this Mercury that's all watery and emotional, and Gemini is like, I don't have time for that. I got to think about my emotions. I can't feel them. But then right next door is Cancer. The moon is home. It'll feel so good. Mercury will be retrograde in water, trining its ruler, trining the moon. So taking us into that deep emotionality, which is such a good place to be after all these activations. Then Friday, deep breath, Mars is going to square Uranus. This is it's a closing square, so it's Mars is moving to. This is the last like square that they will make to each other, kind of like a last quarter moon makes to the sun. Mars again is in Uranus's territory, and Uranus is now going forward, so bringing up again topics of like money, currency, the body, speaking up. And Mars being in Aquarius is really can spark like huge, mass populous events. hopefully, with everything that has happened previous to this, we're not in a place where we were like with the last time we had Uranus in this position with Neptune and Saturn, like, fall of Rome, Civil War. What was the other? France had their revolution as well. So
yeah, the French Revolution. Yeah.
And remember, Mars is now ruling that conjunction, that Saturn-Neptune conjunction. Mars in this square to Uranus is ruling that. So just, it's a big one. This is it's kind of similar to the Sun squaring Uranus. It's like something is coming to an end. Something is splitting off. Something's done. We got
change is happening.
Yep.
Of some degree, whatever it might be. Yeah. And it could be in a few things across the world. We never know.
Yes. And could be fast because it's Mars. Mars at the last aneretic degree. We know if it's squaring off with Mars or with Uranus, it's at the last point. So it's sopped up all of that Aquarian individuality, singularity, thinking for yourself, being rebellious, awakenings. Okay, the next day, Saturday, we have Mercury retrograde conjoining Venus in Pisces. This, because they're moving in this way, it can be a breaking off of sorts of like, I thought this was working, but no. Now that we're here, they're just crossing. They're not conjuncting.
Yeah.
Mercury's going backwards. Venus is going forwards in her exaltation. So it could be messy communication, and it could be the end of something, just the end of a relationship or what you thought was going to be a partnership of some sort.
You realize it's just not going to work. That's okay.
Yep. Or a creative project that like suddenly you're like, oh no, that's done. That's gone. But it's the personal planets and it's in that watery sign. So we're definitely going to feel that, an activation of that emotional body, exalted. So that's really, that concludes the month of February. We end the month with the moon trining the sun before moving into Leo. So while all of this, the Mercury retrograde, the Mars-Uranus square is happening, the moon will be in Cancer, exalted with Jupiter. And that's very supportive. And it's also making a trine back to Pisces. So that's a nice balm for the kind of disruptive, kind of kooky, flashy, odd, fickle month that we've had. Lots of changes, big, huge changes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So we are arriving at the end of the month into Pisces season, into Mercury retrograde. We've started a new cycle now with Saturn and Neptune. We're like the falling of the Berlin Wall, the fall of Rome vibes. Like there's not much more to say at this point. It's it's time to step into your magician hat. It's time to claim your sovereignty.
How do I get this on screen without being too shiny? There we go.
And I don't have my Fool card, but it's time to remember levity and humor and play.
Yep.
Be childlike.
Childlike. And then
approach things.
With the weird energy of the star that's just calm and peaceful and just taking it in, but also order. Because that's all the Aries energy too. You have to have some kind of order. Yep. They love gentle rules.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right? What are the rules? Tell me the rules and then I'll play this game. Do I like the rules? Might not like them. So they make them up.
Right. But you only know when you experience it. That's Aries too. Like it's about the experience.
Experience it first to find out if you want to do it.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Quick and intense and Astrology in a nutshell. Beautiful. I love it. Don't forget to take a screenshot of the calendar at the end of the video. It's always there so that you guys can write down the dates. If you want to get in touch with me, all the links are in the description. Same with Lynn. All her information is in the description. Look underneath, above the comments, the description. Everything's there. I love you guys. Thanks, Lynn. I appreciate it. And I'm ready to put on my boots. Maybe I'll go buy a new set.
Ooh, lovely. Thank you, Ashley. Take care. Travel safe, everyone. Remember, you're the medicine.